Hello, my name is Mike Johnson. I'm taking you on an inside and outside video tour of this 2021 Toyota Sienna Hybrid XLE fully loaded top of the line minivan. This one has more stuff on it than the limiteds of earlier years, and this is the XLE. So I'm going to talk about it on this video. This is going to be an informative video that's going to explain special equipment that is on this Toyota Sienna. Starting with, it's a hybrid, so it gets, without doing anything, nothing to plug in, just drive it on the freeway. I've been getting 30 miles per gallon on the freeway, and I'm talking about interstate driving, going to Arizona, going to Vegas. 30 miles per gallon on the freeway. It's fast and powerful. It's only a 4-cylinder, plus electric motors give it a lot of power, almost like a turbo, but not a turbo. It's electric motor working in parallel with gasoline engine, gives it a lot of power, just like a turbo works in parallel with a gasoline engine. Similar result. Now up on the windshield, you'll see there's a little triangle. That is a windshield mounted camera, and in the non-existent grille here, there's a Toyota logo, and behind that is a radar unit. And you know radar, like the police on the motorcycle point at you to see how fast you're going, or in the baseball games they point it at the pitcher to see how fast they pitch. This has a front mounted millimeter wave radar and camera system. This has what Toyota calls Safety Sense version 2, the newest version of Toyota Safety Sense. So with a smart radar and camera adaptive cruise control. So you can literally drive this car in rush hour traffic on cruise control. It'll automatically handle the rush hour traffic, even helping steer the steering wheel in turns and stuff like that. Now, it's not a self-driving autonomous vehicle, but it has that sort of technology as a driver assist aid, which helps you drive in traffic. Now, this is a really nice blue color, dark blue. This one has some final graphics on it that the Toyota dealer put on for someone as a upgrade, because this was really expensive. This is vinyl graphic. It can be removed if you don't like the racing checkered flag. That can be removed. It just peeled off with some adhesive remover, and it can be taken off for you. So let us know if you don't like it. I think it looks nice, but you can tell your car in the parking lot from all the other ones, that's for sure. So this one is really clean. It has no accidents. I said it has more features than the limiteds had. Let's start with the headlights. This has all LED headlights and LED fog lights. It has front and rear parking sonar sensors like the limiteds, only the limiteds had before. Parking sonar sensors, so when you get close to an object, it goes beep, 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 and beeps faster as you get close to an object. It has a color backup camera, power rear hatch, power sliding doors with toe kick sensors. No, I don't think it'll do it with the engine running, but you can kick right there with your foot, put your foot right there, and operate the doors using only your foot with no hands on the remote. Or you just push the button right here, which is a sane way to do it. No need to be too spoiled, right? Very clean. There are USB ports everywhere. So this has 8 passenger seating, which the limiteds don't get. So you have a middle jump seat here, which an adult can sit in, or this middle jump seat can be removed, and you have some cup holders here. So we've got Apple CarPlay navigation. You can say, "Hey Siri, get directions to Disneyland."
To Queen Mary.
Wherever you want to go.
Getting directions to Disneyland Park. Then turn left onto Orco Parkway.
Not so much of all the typey. You just say, hey, give me directions, and then there you go. You're navigating. And it's got a gigantic floating screen on the top, which is low enough that it doesn't affect your visibility out the windshield, but it's high enough that it has great visibility without having to scan, looking way down the console. Up overhead, you have a conversation mirror. You have a power tilt and slide sunroof. You have power door controls to open and close both side doors or the rear hatch. So if you drop your kids off at school or soccer game, or your friends' kids, and they jump out and they forget to close the door, you can do it from right here. You don't have to yell at them in public and say, hey, close the door. You don't have to do all those little tricks. Toyota's learned from their hybrids, it'll turn itself off if you forget and leave the engine running for a long time. The car will turn itself off. You've got all kinds of cool controls. It's got automatic headlights. I mentioned it has the radar adaptive cruise control, smart cruise control. You can literally drive in rush hour traffic, stop and go on cruise control, and it's very smooth. It does a better job than you can yourself, and it's going to reduce the chance of you getting in accidents, because you know how rush hour traffic gets you in accidents if you're not careful. This will do that for you. You can follow closer, you can follow farther. Excellent tires on it. The tires have been recently replaced. So I mentioned the gas mileage. The previous best is 37 miles per gallon. In the latest, we're getting 35.4 miles per gallon of gas on the fuel economy as a hybrid. That's only 10 that's not even 10 miles a gallon less than the second generation Prius. It's really fuel efficient. Toyota has been making hybrids for more than 20 years. They know what they're doing. So power tilt and slide sunroof. That was this tilt, and this is the slide. It has a one-touch operation. It has a shade cover. If you don't want the sun glaring in on you, giving you a tan, you can close it off. You have a conversation mirror up here, so you can keep your eye on the little ones behind. Electrochromic auto-dimming rearview mirror with garage door opener buttons. To open and close your garage door, you program the buttons on the mirror. It has a microphone overhead for your Bluetooth hands-free calling. You have all sorts of steering wheel controls. You have a giant center console. You have USB ports, including Type-C charging ports and regular USB ports. So we have an iPhone 11 connected to the USB port. This one right here in the dash provides support for the Apple CarPlay, so the navigation from this phone appears on the screen. But if you have a Google Android based phone, that's fine. You plug it in the same port, and then the Android Auto features will appear on the screen. That's new for Toyota, and works really well. I've used it quite a bit, and I'm very pleased with it. So there's there's 8 passenger seating. You can flip this up, slide this back. This has all weather floor mats in this van. And then as we're looking around, that's your third row seat. It does recline or fold flat into the floor. The middle seats can be removed, but there's a trick to it. You need to be good with tools if you want to remove the middle seats, and there's a little bit of electronics involved so that your airbag warning light doesn't come on, because the middle row seats now have airbags in them. But yes, you can remove the rear seats. Toyota says they're non-removable, but they are removable. But there's a little carrier that will stay in the floor that's non-removable. So it's not a completely flat floor, but it's a mostly flat floor. If you wanted to remove the middle seat, it can be done. Power rear hatch, backup camera, stow and go third row seat. This one has a spare tire under the cover. The older Siennas, the spare tire was down underneath where it get all dirty and nasty. Right here is your spare tire in this compartment. This has a spare tire in it. So you can seat comfortably 8 people and a lot of bags, or less people and even more bags and suitcases for your long trips. As we sit right here, this is a hybrid, so the engine is off. The only noises you hear is the air conditioning and the circulation fans running, but it's on and ready to drive, but the engine is off because it's a hybrid. We're not burning any fuel. You know, I personally drove this vehicle from Phoenix, Arizona to Tucson, Arizona, back to Riverside, California. If you're interested in buying this vehicle, check if it's still available on my website. I may have other similar vehicles that you like better or not. But go to my website, mybestcar.com. That's the website. And if you're going to buy a vehicle from me and pay me a check, your check is paid to the order of A Buyer's Choice. That's the company name, is A Buyer's Choice. My name is Mike Johnson. Thank you for watching my video. If you have questions about the vehicles that I have available, give me a call, 951-681-2101. Thank you for watching.